2nd January 2001, 230 million consumers affected by the electricity blackout. 30th and 31st July 2012, Northern Indian grid fails, no power in multiple states. Smart Load Manager is the solution that would mitigate these power crisis situations. The current power scenario of India is in a miserable state. Taking the example of the northern region of India, we present to you the current day statistics. On the y-axis, we have the consumptions, actual drawal and the drawal schedules. On the x-axis, we have the corresponding states of the northern region. As you can see in this graph, the actual drawal is higher than the scheduled drawal, and the consumption is even higher. This mismatch occurs due to a lot of reasons. Mismanagement of power is a major one amongst them. Smart Load Manager restricts the possibility of an occurrence of such shortages and improper management. It is a modernized application which analyzes the real-time and legacy power consumption data of the consumers to calculate the predictive consumption for the next day. This calculation is done in an automated fashion to improve the efficiency, reliability, economics and sustainability of the production and distribution of electricity. It also raises necessary alerts when the actual drawal closes down to the scheduled drawal. The basic assumption for a solution is that the technical infrastructure is in place for its implementation. The different features of Smart Load Manager are as follows. It helps us in load balancing of power among the consumers registered with the central pool. Here's the UI of our solution. The map shows the regions as the northern Indian states whose electricity schedules are being managed. The state load details are given in the table, and at the moment you can see the details of a typical begin of day scenario. Currently the actual drawal and consumptions are at 0 MU. The predicted consumption column shows the values that were calculated for today based on the historical data. It is a completely customizable application and can be used by any load dispatch center. The customizable entities are the regions, the tolerance levels, fiscal calendar years and the time period of the historic data that is considered during calculations. It works as an alert monitor. Alerts are raised when actual drawal reaches a threshold of the scheduled drawal. The pop-up here shows that the actual drawal is nearing the scheduled drawal for the region of Uttar Pradesh. It helps us in selecting the most economic vendor at runtime. When the consumption goes higher than the scheduled drawal, and if the user does not intervene, then the most economic vendor is chosen by default. As you can see in this example scenario, the most economic vendor, Reliance Power Limited, is already selected. As the new pop-up shows that the actual drawal is coming close to the scheduled drawal, the default vendor option has already been selected. So now the power will be coming in from the default vendor. It gives us a single view power management with minimal user intervention. Now coming to the most important feature of our solution. Using the predictive consumption, this solution helps us in planning for power ahead of time. This predictive consumption is calculated on the basis of legacy data and the real-time data using the analytic capabilities. As you can see in the graph, the blue bar indicates the current day consumption. The pink bar shows the predictive consumption estimated on the previous day. The current day consumption is very close to the predictive consumption. This shows the accuracy of our solution. The predictive consumption for the region for the next day is calculated at the end of the day and is mailed to the concerned authorities automatically. This mail gives us a predictive consumption notice, and it is sent to the user of Uttar Pradesh region for the date of 10th September when the predictive consumption was estimated to be 253.87 MUs. So this is how our solution helps us in power planning and management ahead of time, and also keeps the user well informed. The various factors which govern the calculation of predictive consumption are topological geography of an area, the climatic conditions and temperature, and the holidays of the fiscal year. The benefits of using Smart Load Manager are as follows. Limits the overdrawal of power, efficient power planning, economic solutions for power shortages, and is a easy to use, complex and unique solution.